Hey guys, welcome. Mike here. Welcome to vidme.io and really cool updates I'll share with you tonight and give you guys an overview. Hit some really great milestones as far as testing for the affiliates as well as payment info. Mobile apps are done. I'll show you that. So they're already ready. So we're very close. But anyway, if you're trying to figure out what this is I will walk you through it. And so what you're seeing, guys, is the uh, build out of the actual site and what we wanted to create. My One of my partners, Chris Miller, is a YouTube expert and manages hundreds of millions of YouTube subscribers, and I'll talk about that a little bit too. A lot of them are starting to record now for content on here, which is pretty fun. Some special ones that are in the studio tomorrow recording, which I'll share as well. But anyway, if you guys, uh, if you're familiar with Patreon, School, Mind Valley, all these different things, I'll kind of show you that. But all this is, guys, is we wanted to create uh, a platform that has the top content creators, the top influencers, the top athletes, um, you name it, the best of the best, and give them a place where they could create community with all of us and share exclusive content. Um, like if you're familiar with Patreon, which I'll show you, they can go create their own channels on here and um, create a membership program where, as a consumer like myself, as I could jump on there and create a membership, which is really affordable, guys. There's great value in the membership, which I'll explain. Um, but then also have an affiliate plan where you can also share it. Like most people are already sharing things right now. They're sharing shorts and reels and hey, you need to go check out this podcast this guy did. And so we wanted something where it's real, it's community, that we can actually, it might sound corny to some of you guys up front, but really raise the consciousness of humanity. That was one of the goals that we went into this with. And so some of you guys don't know is, when we were formulating this last year, um, we were reading The Map of Consciousness by David Hawkins. And he says this, he says, if you have an attitude or service that helps other people achieve their goal, you have universal appeal and universal power. And Chris Miller had talked to us about what he does and how he helps um, influencers and content creators get to 100,000 subscribers plus on the different platforms. And Barb and I at the time, my wife, we were like, it's not that, we're not really interested in doing that for ourselves. But it's like, wow, wouldn't it be cool where all these artists, these entertainers, um, athletes, like I said, master classes, teachers could create something like that where the fans also, instead of just sharing, they could share it as well. So if they're watching a podcast, um, I'll show you some of the channels. The content comes along really great, guys. Hundreds of videos, um, channels being created. And I'll show you an update on that tonight, which is really cool. But um, let's say they're talking about, I call it the big three, and we've been dealing with people for 30 years, tens of thousands of relationships, people, and the thing that's going to be timely 50 years from now, 100 years from now, I think are really three things. We want to help people have great relationships. We want to have help people have healthy bodies and healthy minds. And Barb and I kind of joke about that. Sickness is a good business. We'd rather not have that as a good business and really teach people how to tap into how to be healthy. And it's not that difficult. And then lastly is to live in abundance so they can do things um, on the internet to really make some simple extra income with a simple affiliate plan we put together, which I'll show you. And what that really inspired for me was, hey, what if I could help my mom? She was a single mom with 7 kids. Just something simple where she could share things that she's already believes in, content creator that she already believes in, and go, hey, Mary, check this thing out. We all have a membership program. It's only $34.99. It's $1.15 a day, literally, if you multiply it out by 365 days. And by the way, we share in the profit as well with all the content creators. And so that's really what's going on here is is the more we share, guys, the more we share videos that, for instance, can help people live in abundance or help people have loving relationships and healthy relationships. We help humanity, and that's really what the platform is. I'm going to show you some examples. Some of you guys are familiar with School. If you go Skool, you see some of these, the Brotherhoods of Sense free, but then you get into it and they want to sell you something at the end of the day. Tom Ballou, which I'll talk about that a little bit, billionaire co-founder of billionaire brand, I should say, Quest Nutrition. And, to be a member, it's $119 a month. And my partner, Chris, and the team, they were just on one of his podcasts, which I'll share with you. Or you could learn how to go to pickleball school for $39 a month. My wife might be interested in that. They're pickleballing. The Aspinall Way, Tom Aspinall, again, it's free UFC fighter, but then they usually want to sell you something on the other side. So basically, all we did with all these content creators, instead of having to pay for all these different people, or Patreon, if you're familiar with that, which actually, I'm going to show you. Let me go to Mind Valley first. Oh, shoot. If I could type. I actually love this site where we purchased a lot of these classes on here. If you want to be a member and pay monthly, I think it's $99. They may have reduced that a little bit, but let's say then you want to go pick this course by Vishen Lakhani. It's usually $200-300 for each course. And so all we wanted to do, like I said, is bring all these content creators into one place. And for $34.99, instead of having to go to Patreon for one, go to this one for another, it's a great value. One price, $1.15 a day. You get access to all these different content creators that are interested in obviously monetizing their content as well, and creating a community to do that, which I'll show you that. So that's what that looks like. And Patreon, I'll just give you an example if you're not familiar with it. But basically, you can pay a fee and you get exclusive access, behind the scenes access to certain people. I'm just going to show you one because my boys love the Sean Ryan show. They're all boy. They love Delta Force, the Navy SEALs, anything to do with that. They love. So I'm just going to show you this once. So you could sign up and be a patron of Sean Ryan. See membership options, and if you ever watch his show, you could be a seeker for $5 a month. You get his content for free, a couple little freebies, etc. Um, you could be a protector for $15 a month. Pistol carbine fundamentals, drills, setups, his notes, or you could for $35 a month. You get engage in end of month 45-minute live Zoom conversation with Sean, etc. So what we're doing here with Vidme is basically what Sean Ryan's doing with one channel, where you're going to have access to all these people and the content creators who really get it, guys. Here's an example that I was sharing with different people. Let's say you're an artist. I love music too. I love classics, 70s, 80s, 60s. And there's somebody that you already follow. They could put their content on Vidme. You could become a member, and the ones that will kill it, which I'll read this, basically this Tom Ballou podcast he just did, telling people that in 2 years, by 2027, in his opinion, almost all content is going to be AI created, and it's going to kill most of the current platforms and their audiences because AI can almost do it for free. He said the people who are going to really kill it in the next 2 years create community where they do live events. He goes, you're going to have to go live and connect directly with your audience or go home. I'll show you the Vidme platform, guys. We were at a staff meeting today. I guess we would call them staff meetings. I don't like to think of a staff, but that's what I guess what we are, with the whole team. And just talking about that, like, oh my gosh, we are so positioned with this thing right now, guys. All these different people. So to go live and create community. But anyway, that's really what it is. You're going to have all these classes, and so I'm just going to, just show you a little bit here. Like John McCaskill, you'll be able to go to his podcast that he does with Jocko Willink. Some of you guys know Jocko. He does some stuff with Tim Kennedy on there already. You could go with Brooke or Ashley or Maddie. how to turn your podcast into clips. Mike Van Duzy, all the different people, Sid McNary. Um, I'm doing a couple things on there just on the power of meditation and tapping into things. I'm not really that interested in being a big content creator. What I am interested in doing is doing live intention sessions, meditation sessions here. We'll start once the platform's up that anybody can tie into because I'm a big believer in that. They've done a lot of scientific studies where uh, um, Rand Corporation and different things that a handful of people that learn how to really just generate positivity, love, abundance out of their heart lifts up so many people. And so I'm going to do that for people as well as the platform to really affect hundreds of millions of people that we can make a positive impact on humanity is one of our goals. And if that's not one of your goals, you can just enjoy the content and have a great time with it. I just think there's something more to life. So anyway, I'm just going to show you some cool stuff, guys, that's being built out. So what's really cool, let's say right now, if you go to whoever brought you here, we have an affiliate link, and they'll go, hey, you can join for free right now, become a member of Vidme. We're not taking any money yet because we're building out the platform, running through the kinks, et cetera, really beta in it with you guys. And so we know what this is going to do, guys, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that here in a minute, some changes that we have to make in a positive direction. So because everybody we've talked to in the last 10 days, from attorneys to huge influencers, et cetera, we just have to make some decisions to make sure we really do this right. And that's why we're beta in this a little longer, et cetera. So it's taken a couple more days, guys, but we're very close. We had talked about with all the dev team today. We don't want to share dates because it's so challenging. It's uh, but there's a certain date within a couple of days. We're like, hey, if everything goes great, um, we've done our internal testing as far as payments and the affiliate structure. And I'll show you why that could get complicated here in a second. Just because we know there's going to be a massive wave of a lot of these big influencers, you guys already sharing the platform. So just know we're really close, and we were talking in a couple days is what we were talking about. But don't lock us into that. That's why we're not sharing um, June 13. We're not going to say that. It's because people already heard. They'll send support now. He said June 13. I'm just giving you a for example. We're not going to give exact dates. So anyway, but let's say you love John McCaskill. You want to do this no BS ownership on leadership, and you want to share that with a friend. You can click on this little link and hit share. Actually, I shouldn't have done it. I just should have showed you the link. But anyway, you could share it to your Facebook, Twitter, or just copy the link, send it through a text or email, etc. Here's what's really cool. Right now, like I said, you have to use some of these affiliate link to become a member for free on VidMe. When we go live, guys, we won't need the affiliate link unless you like it, unless you want it. You literally be able to take one of those videos, like I said, click on it, send it to so-and-so and go, hey, you need to go check out this platform. This is really cool. It's like Patreon, Mind Valley, school, all wrapped in one, and tremendous value for a little over $1 a day. You get private access to all these creators, their live community events. We were talking at length today of doing festivals around the world of like-minded people, which that gets me excited. Actually, I love that kind of stuff. My wife's a pretty good festival planner. She's over here shaking her head, which is fun. Is just living life large, guys, is what we wanted to do. And so that's just what being a member is. You're part of that community. Um, but you send that, and if they watch that video and go, this is really cool, um, it's just called cookies. If you're not familiar with it, it's basic coding that it knows that Mike Popovich sent that to Joe. And if Joe goes, I love this, I want to be a part of this, it connects them to you automatically. You don't even have to use an affiliate link. So that's what we're really betaing a lot because there's a lot of videos on here. There's a lot of directions you could go from here. So I'm just going to show you a little bit more of how the site's come around. If you go when we go live, this is what you're going to log into. It's not going to be the landing page. The landing page right now, as you guys have seen, is this. And I'll show you at the end here how to log in and access the tools. But that's all this is for, is this is to go so we can beta this and pre-launch and people can register as a free member right now. So anyway, you can go look at channels. I've shown you a lot of this. You see different people on here, obviously Aaron and uh, fitness, Dr. April, Dr. Shannon, David, John McCaskill, Gene Atman, Mike Van Duzzi's channel, Kristen's, Laura's, Maddie the Ghost. He's doing some cool things if you're really into learning how to clip. And he was a YouTube editor, guys, and so he's a great teacher if you really want to go do things like that. And those courses alone that they're putting together, guys, are worth thousands of dollars. So you see all these different um, channels coming together. You can go to genre, and this is kind of cool. Whether you're fitness, um, here's Sean Ryan with John McCaskill again, David Efraimi, just different uh, content creation that we've put together. Here's Santiago's channel, but a lot of cool channels coming, guys. Like I said, hundreds and hundreds of videos already and channels, and so that's all coming. The live stuff is pretty cool. If you go live, we're just showing you that you could be, if you have a channel and let's say you're any of those creators that I've mentioned, and they want to do a live, which I think is really smart, where they could go, hey guys, I'm going live 2 times a month on these days where we're going to do a live, and they can multi-stream with this, hit live and go. Like I said, the content creators that really get this, I think they do that, where they give people community and access behind the scenes where they can ask questions, maybe a Q&A. We were talking about this a lot with um, after Chris's and the team meeting with Baloo, and that's what he was saying. I'll read a little bit of that to you, but basically he's saying, hey, if you don't, the content creators right now, if you're still trying to get clicks and subscribes on the traditional platforms, I think your days are not that long. Actually, you need to go build community because people want real stuff. They're not going to want only AI generated stuff. They want to. I know that's what we love. Like if we're watching music or documentaries, when they do a live Q&A or something, I'll pay all day to be a part of that because I love that. I love the behind the scenes story, and you learn by watching people. So anyway, uh, that's the platform. Let me show you. Um, let me show you. I'm just going to show you the screenshots, but so the apps are done, guys, which is cool. They're already ready. We thought that was going to take a little longer, um, which is pretty neat. And so right now we can beta those already. We can log in and go through it, and so the apps are ready, which is pretty cool. So tons of progress here. I'm just looking at my notes to give you the best information I can. Let's see. Yeah, people can access the platform for podcasts, master classes, live events, top creators. And now that the platform we can show creators, influencers, the actual platform, what it looks like. Um, I can just tell you this is just alone in the studio tomorrow is one of the top ex-UFC champion, Hall of Fame UFCers in the studio, recording content, putting a channel on the site. There's one of the Denver Broncos so you're going to see a lot of professional athletes, et cetera, that want to build community and connect with their fans. Um, and then one of the top fitness instructors that has millions of followers is in the studio tomorrow. And it's really just kind of stacked. All the different YouTube creators and influencers that Chris's company has worked with, you're going to see all of that started to really unload, which is why we need to get this right and make sure everything works. Like Justin talked about the other days, we need to break it internally. Then as soon as we can, we'll start letting some of the top leaders come in to make sure, see if there's any bugs, etc. we've missed, and then we'll phase it with everybody. And it's going to take days to basically onboard that many people that we have already to do it right, so we don't blow. There's a lot of things that some of you guys have never done a launch like this. Is one of the things that is interesting is you can't go from zero to $100,000 in one day with any merchant account. So we're working closely with the merchant account going, hey guys, this is coming. So just be prepared. Like, so they're going, okay, can you do it in sections? So you don't bombard us in 1 hour because they have built-in mechanisms where they shut the merchant account off, and that'll irritate people. They try. Although it'd be a good, people always, somebody had asked this, they said, well, can you handle the capacity? Well, it's everything stored on AWS, guys, Amazon servers. So if we shut I told him, I said, if we shut down Amazon services, it would be the best PR in the world for us. It'd be a pain in the rear. Like, oh my God, but we're not going to do that. I promise you, that's not happening. So, yes, can we scale? Yes. We have plenty of room. What we really need to do is when a huge influencer comes in and they put one message out and tens of thousands of people want to be a member and follow them in one day, that everything gets tracked correctly and everything gets paid correctly. So, a few more days of testing, I think. That was with the dev team today, just how many days they think they need yet to make sure that we're finding any things in there. Just know it's close. That's all I can tell you. And we're going to launch as soon as we can, but also do it in the right way. So we get one first impression, and we want to do this right, guys. And so we know how big this is. And anyway, I think let me just make sure I got my notes on that. I think so. I think that's yeah, tomorrow in the studio, UFC champion, Denver Broncos, top fitness creator. Um, all right. So let me share my screen again. I think that's what I wanted to share with you there. Uh, the apps, I showed you the apps. Those are sweet. Um, all right. So let me just go here, guys. Um, so whoever brought you here, they have an affiliate link right now. And so um, if you use that affiliate link, it's the only way you can join for free right now to the platform and become a member for free. Like I said, once we have everything beta, then we'll start allowing people to go in and actually become members and input their credit card, etc. So right now, whoever sent you their link, that's how you can sign in. Like I said, in the near future, you'll be able to just click on a video, go, hey, go check this out. If you're a creator yourself, like, let's say you want to do Sid's course on peace, you could click on that. He could click on that, send it to his audience. So it goes, guys, I'm creating a membership program over here. It's really cool. And it automatically connects to him, no link required. So I'm just going to log in as if I'm using my daughter's link here a minute. So let me just show you this. I think I did that right. I didn't fat finger it. All right. So this is just the landing page. There's not much here. Because it's just a placeholder until as we're building out on the staging area, the other site, which I showed you. So all you really need to worry about right here, when you become a free member, you're getting an email that says, hey, update your username. We'll auto-generate you one right now. You're going to land on this page, guys, and all you need to do is update username. Click right there. You can input any name you want, Joe Smith, whatever. And, and then you can copy that link, send it to people, and they can become a free member. So really, then you'll be able to see your referral tree. I'm not going to go into it because you don't necessarily need to see who my daughter has registered, but nothing else is going to show up here, guys, because this isn't the real site. So don't worry about that. And if you want to wait till we actually launch, great. Wait, this, like I said, we're in pre-launch, really beta. We're testing right now. So soon enough, you'll be able to become a member of the real site here, and very, very soon. So if you go to affiliate tools, I want to explain some things here. This is pretty important. You can look at all the public documents, the merch, etc., the affiliate plan, video libraries, raw libraries, etc. So let me explain something here. And all the people that we've been talking to a lot of attorneys in the last 10 days. And here's the response, literally. I don't think you guys know how big you're going to be. My wife can attest to that. And we're like, we sort of do. So here's really what we can show as far as earnings and non-earnings is all over the map, guys. It's really gray. But here's the recommendation to us. They said this. They said, it's so good, and I'll explain the affiliate plan here in a minute, that we would rather you not use the income calculators or make any income claims, just teach people how it works. So we're coming up with a really simple video that explains the basics, which I'll show you now, that they just said, hey, you know what? The numbers get so wonky so fast, which you'll see here in a minute. Like if there's a large creator and you could Google how much does it take to make $7 on traditional platforms, and I actually did that. And it's pretty fascinating. Where if they have one member that's paid a month, it's usually worth thousands to 10,000 views on different things. So it's so simple. So imagine if they share it with 1,000 people who shared it with a handful of people, the numbers get so big that the attorney's like, I would recommend you not show that, even though it's true. So we're going to ask that you guys um, really follow our lead on this one. We just decided to take the most conservative route. Like I said, it's been gray. They're going, hey, you can show this. It's a simple affiliate plan. Um, as we've talked about this, we need to protect the golden goose is really what we want to do. First and foremost, we have to be a fantastic platform of great value. And so we're asking people not to lead with here's how much money you could make or show any income claims, just explain how it works. And all the big influencers, et cetera, when you just talk basics with them, as I'm going to share with you, they can figure out how fast and how much money they make very quickly. So um, that's what we're asking you to do. So if you have videos, et cetera, that have the income calculators out there, we're going to be cleaning that up with the compliance over the next few days before we launch. We want to do this right. We're just taking the most conservative approach. Some people may not like that, but in order to do everything by the book, make sure we don't run into any issues with FTC, we're not going to make any income claims. We're just going to explain how it works, and then they can figure it out from there. Because, in fact, my wife knows this. We were talking to one of the law firms that is a business law firm, one of the largest that deal with affiliate marketing um, in the U.S. this week, and their response was, "When can you and Chris get with our partners? Because we have some major influencers that we want to be a part of this." So that's cool when legal wants to be a part of what you're doing. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. It'll be simple. So when you log in, and I'm just going to show you this. This is really simple. $34.99, one fee. Okay. You can go look at this plan. Like I said, we're going to come up with a pretty simple video that you can use to show people. But if you just open up this plan, you become a member for $34.99. Affiliate just means, hey, you can share it if you want. Main thing is membership. You get fantastic value. All those courses, master classes, teachers um, for $1.15 a day. Now, if you want to share those and create a little income in your pocket, fantastic. But here's how simple it is if you look at some of the other plans, so $34.99, in order to become an affiliate means you have to have one customer or one other member, guys. And so you get 20% affiliate fee every month for that active member. So if you take $34.99, 20% of that's $7. That alone, if you just go Google every creator that we've shown that to, they're like, wait, what? One member, I have to get 10,000 views on this to make $7. I go, right. So imagine then it's really like, well, how many could you share this with? Those numbers add up in a hurry, right? Now here's what's really cool. The difference of Patreon and these things, that's a typical Patreon school, you become a member. What we wanted to do is really help build community. And not only can you be a member of your favorite artist, your favorite teacher, your favorite instructor on here, you can share it. So we wanted the field, the customer, to be able to have an affiliate plan too. And we did not want it to be multi-level on purpose because this is simple. How hard is it, guys, to show a video that you think is amazing and go, you need to take a look at this. Could you share that with one person a day? I think you probably could. It's not that hard. It's going viral right now. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. The numbers just jump daily right now, and which is fun. So it's the simplest thing in the world. We don't have to show big income. They know they can create big income when they see this. Now, so if anybody you personally enroll as a member, you get 20% of that, which turns out to be $7. Anybody they enroll, it's just a two-tier affiliate plan. You get another 12% of the $34.99, which if you do the math, it's roughly $4. So you guys can figure this out. Is if you shared it with 10 people and they shared it with 10, it's pretty easy to figure out how much I make. Let people figure it out themselves. There's also once you get um, 10 personally enrolled customers or members, you have an influencer bonus. We're figuring out ways internally to um, help you really generate more profit revenue share from the company since it's not multi-level. It's a simple plan. And all this means, guys, is as soon as you have 10 personal members or customers enrolled, you qualify for this influencer bonus. And all it means is let's say you let's say you personally enrolled a member and they made $100. You get a 25% bump of everything they make. So if somebody you personally enrolled made $100, you get an extra $25 on top of your tier one and tier two affiliate plan. That's simple. We're going to create a very, very simple um, video that explains that and really make no income claims. Um, just letting people see how easy that is because it's pretty easy, guys. If you're with a big influencer and go, how many of your most loyal people, fans, would love to be a member of what they do? And you can just take a percentage point, let them share what they want, and go. You can go figure it out. This is how it works out. And that way, they're not leading with income, etc. Like I said, we're just being super, super tight with this after talking to all of them, and just because we know um, we know what's going to happen when we turn the lights on. Is it's already viral. It's going to go bonkers viral, which is great. And they'll see for themselves what they can generate, and it'll be very, very generous. And so I think that's all I needed to share with you guys tonight. Can you think of anything else? My wife was in most of the staff meetings as well. So um, let me just look at my, so yeah, so you get 20% of anybody you personally enroll. If they share it with somebody, another 12%. And if you have 10 or more personally enrolled members on Vidme, um, you get an extra 25% bump of everything they make. And that's how simple this thing really is. And so we're gonna ask people to really comply with that because, like I said, is we want to err on the side of being very conservative because we know how big this is and how fast it's going to grow. So anyway, if you are a content creator and you want to be an early adopter, um, reach out to us, support@vidme.io. It's not that long before anybody be able to upload their own content right now. Right now, we are curating that as people that are coming. We're personally putting their channels together, etc. But once we go live, most people will be able to. Uh, we'll still curate it, meaning just like anything else, you can't just go live or have a live stream or something on TikTok until you've proven yourself, etc. So the first the first few weeks, guys, is people be able to upload their own channel, create their own thumbnails, put their own podcasts on there, but we will still monitor um, and click on yes, these are trusted sources, and it just helps us scale for the first few weeks, guys. So anyway, I think that's great. So like I said, some of the top creators in the world are now coming since they can see the site, they can see what it looks like, and I can just tell that they're excited. You know what they're excited about? Oh, let me read that Tom Ballou part because this is pretty fascinating. Um, in fact, I'll show you. Uh, I'll show you his synopsis of this. I think we can do that. I just shared some notes too. So if some of you guys don't know who he is, like I said, he is a co-founder of billion-dollar brand Quest Nutrition and CEO of Impact Theory. I've watched a lot of his podcasts with different people, and so his premise is, I'm literally burning money to prove AI will kill your audience. And so this is kind of interesting to me, is he says, um, my team thinks I've lost my mind. Here's what I'm seeing that it has me reevaluating everything. You know that Will Smith eating spaghetti. Some of you guys don't know what that familiar is, but he's talking about how good AI is getting that you won't be able to tell. And he says, it hit me. If I can't tell, neither can your audience. So what does that mean? The content apocalypse is coming faster than you think. By his prediction, early 2027, 90% of the daily content will be AI generated, not assisted, but completely AI generated. I think I'm being dramatic. He says, what used to take my team hours now takes minutes. What required entire production crews now needs one person with a laptop. The math is brutal. AI creates content in seconds, not hours. AI doesn't have to take a break, it never runs out of ideas. It scales indefinitely without additional employees or cost, while creators are scrambling to post more content. That's one of the things we want to do for creators is really create a community for people that they don't have to chase that algorithm and keep producing, and they might say something that offends the wrong group of people and they get canceled and they all of a sudden they get demoted and their income goes to zero. This is a membership-based platform, guys. The creators own their content. Um, Obviously, we're not going to allow anything explicit or ridiculous hate speech. If people are telling people ridiculous things, we're going to monitor that. But here's what's really interesting. Most creators are still optimizing for views and likes. That's what they're trying to do. Hit subscribe, hit like. Smart entrepreneurs are operating from community. So here's the framework, how to build an AI-proof business. Like he said, by his prediction is 1997 or 2027, over 90% of 97% of all content will be AI driven. So how do you it'll be hard to compete, in other words. So how do you change? The old way, 90% content creation, 10% community engagement. He goes, the new way, it's less about constantly creating content, create great stuff, guys, and then build your community, interact with your people, do things, go live or go home. We were so positioned on this. This is one of the things that we wanted to do is, if you know people in the music industry, Spotify is killing these guys where they have to go tour, etc. Where now they could do a live stream a week with their most favorite fans, and like I said, is it could be your favorite band, and they're doing a live Q&A with all of its members on Vidme and going, "Hey, how did you play that riff?" And they show you how to play a riff. Or a fitness trainer, like what's the best thing for guys over 40, whatever. Like just people that are interested in it, or any of the people on here. So live Q&As, etc. It's presence. Doesn't have to be perfect video. It's not trying to get likes, everything else. And he goes, use AI to accelerate human connection, meaning let the AI do the mundane, boring stuff, but keep the human contact here. And what a better way that you can not become a member here, but also you can share it and increase the channel of somebody you love, because every time you share it, save it, whether you're the content creator or your fans, you're building that community and greater inside access, behind the scenes decisions, etc. And so anyway, I just think that's fascinating how close we're positioned. Content is becoming a commodity. AI is going to be, excuse me, just be able to pump it out. In 2 years, there will be two types of business owners: those who built communities that know, like, and trust them as humans, those wondering why their audience disappeared overnight. And the entrepreneur trying to figure this now will look back in the next decade. The ones who don't will watch their audiences vanish into the ocean of AI content. So I think that's fascinating. And if you know content creators, or you are, there's never been a better reason to actually just create a channel on Vidme. You're already doing it on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, etc. You can't lose anything here, guys. And I think your fans will be excited to be a member. So I think that's good, guys. So God bless you guys. Stay tuned. Like I said, we're doing the internal testing. Got a lot done. You saw the site. It's coming together uh, beautifully. I think it's beautiful. All the content on there, kind of blown away by what we've been able to do in the last couple of days. The apps are done, and you're just going to see hundreds of more uh, creators, etc., join. So hey, you can keep sharing your link in pre-launch. We will reach out to you as soon as we're ready for the field to start to actually coming in and becoming an official member. So anyway, God bless you guys. We'll talk soon.